Hundreds of lawyers are saying no more to being stigmatized or labeled simply because of mental health issues. Come on in and learn out what they're doing and why it's important to you and your law practice. My name is Pamela DeNeuve, and I've worked over 20 years helping lawyers to build their law practice, overcome challenges of stress, burnout, and overwhelm, and actually learn how to have a happy family life, a thriving law practice, and increase their income, go on vacations, and enjoy life the way they deserve to. Did you know that lawyers have put their foot down and said, no more? We are not going to be stigmatized or ostracized if we have mental health challenges? Well, come on in and learn out what they're doing and how this affects you and your law practice. First thing, let's talk about stigma. A stigma is when they're putting a label on someone because they have a mental health issue, which is ridiculous, because mental health is like if you have cancer, or if you have COVID, or you have a cold. It's nothing that a person should be condemned or called weak or called that they're mentally unstable because of a mental health challenge. Because when you look at the area of law that is practiced, it is very adversarial, very isolating, and can be very demanding. And the deadlines are just numerous and always having a backlog of work. Now, let's just take an example of doctors. Doctors, they go in to have surgery, and there may be 2 or 3 different doctors, and they're all in the same team. They're going to operate on the patient for the best outcome. When lawyers go into the courtroom, they are an adversary, an opposing counsel. Only one is going to win, and one person is going to do everything they can so that they can come out winning. And so they go in the courtroom swinging at each other. That's a stressful situation, not including depositions, not including arbitrations, not including working for law firms with demanding billable hour requirements. So this is a pressurized job. So when someone actually is a human and they experience the effects of having depression, stress, chronic stress, or anxiety, this is something that should be normalized and not something that should be condemned. Today, lawyers are just saying no more, and that we are taking our power back, and that it is a normal thing that happens when you practice law. We are subject to stress, overwhelm, and anxiety. The truth is that attorneys are human too, and they have normal feelings, they have normal responsibilities, they have jobs, they have clients, they have employers, or either if they're not employers, they have their own law firm, they're the employers, they have staff, they have children, they have spouses, husbands and wives and partners and families and aging parents, all these things that a lawyer still has to take care of, and these things need to be acknowledged and not pushed under the rug and saying this should not happen, that these things shouldn't happen to a lawyer. So lawyers are humans, and they can suffer from mental health issues. And lawyers are striking back, and they're saying no more ostracism. Attorneys are advocating for their colleagues and for themselves, and they're saying we have to carry each other. We have to allow that these things may happen with ourselves and others, and they're standing up and saying this is a part of human life. And we need to have the support and the structure to help us to make it through these things. So in closing today, we just want to say that this is a very delicate topic. We're saying that attorneys and lawyers are human, and they have jobs, and they have pressures, and they have families. And more, because they're not allowing the stigma to have them hide these problems, they're seeking help. They're going to psychiatrists, they're going to therapists, they're getting coaches, and they are rallying back because they are taking responsibility and refusing to hide and be hidden and be ashamed because of their mental health challenges. Thank you for joining us while we're talking about this very sensitive topic. And if you or you have someone that you know that is struggling, be sure to let them know that you're there to support them, that there's nothing to be ashamed of, and that it's part of the human experience. Tell them that they can join the other attorneys who are saying we're no longer going to be labeled, we're no longer going to have a stigma attached to it, that this is a normal part of practicing law, it's a normal part of being human, that everyone at one time or another has mental challenges. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to click the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you can be alerted when we have our next video. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.